Welcome back to the channel. This is part 5 of the Grogu build. This is the final episode of this series, and we're going to jump right in. Now that that part is finished, I can go ahead and reinstall the board here. You don't have to put a lot of force on it. It's just pinning the board there so that it's out of the way. And once again, I'm going to turn it back on just to see how the wires interact with my opening here. So there's plenty of room there. And this will be within the cloak. Let's put this on the back. Now I'm going to adjust this a little bit, but at the moment I'm just going to do this. So I'm really tightening that around the opening. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, because I just want that to be a little bit tight. And once again, I'm going to test out this thing, see how this piece of cloth is reacting. I'm going to let it run a little bit just so, see how it's kind of pushing in right there? So we can address that a little bit, I think. So I think one way we could do that is we could just mount that screw right through the center of the material. And same with the screws on the back there, and I think ultimately we will get something that kind of looks like that. And it's just to hide the bottom of the neck, really. What I did, and I think it's going to work, I'm going to punch a hole through this. You could use a nail, actually, in a needle vise like this, and just poke it right through the material. Just make a nice clean hole. Simply remove the screw and reinsert the screw right through that material and right through that hole we made. As you see, that's going to work pretty good. Now we do the same thing for the two side screws and punch a hole through the material and then detach the screws and reinstall them. Let's talk batteries. So I built this whole animatronic here to run off of a 6-volt battery. This particular 6-volt battery is 2000 milliamps. It has a standard servo connector on it, which can be plugged directly into the servo switch that we already installed. It can also be plugged directly into the Maestro if need be. It makes it very, very simple to work with a battery like this that has a standard RC or servo connector. Some batteries don't have that, so you might have to pick a battery that has that connector. This, as I said, this battery is 2000 milliamps. I would choose, now that this battery is probably going to last a few hours running all the time, but I probably would choose something that is bigger. First of all, we have the room, and it is going to last longer. So what this battery is here, this is the same 6 volts. It's 5 cells, so it has 6 volts. The battery itself is 4200 milliamps. I know running my regular animatronic Grogu that this battery will easily last me 6 hours. So for this one that's only running 3 servos, I think this is going to run all day, maybe 2 actually. So this battery may be all you need for a convention. Now, you might pick up 2 so that you have a backup battery, or pick up one of the smaller 2000 milliamp batteries. That's up to you. But based on what you're going to use it for, depending on how long you need it for, will depend on how long you need the battery. This particular battery that I bought happened to be at Servo City, comes with two types of connectors, and it has the servo connector there for you. It makes connecting the battery to the animatronic very easy. With all of this said, you do want the battery to have a little bit of weight, because a little bit of weight with this animatronic will help it stay in the bag. Having that weight at the bottom just adds some stability to the overall build. So that's another reason why you want a slightly larger battery. I don't think you need to go larger than the 4200 milliamp battery, but if you wanted to, you could. You could, because of the bag, you can go even bigger if need be. Okay, let's talk about securing this battery inside Grogu. I'm going to use zip ties to secure this battery in place. I'm not making it so tight that the battery is impossible to get out, but I'm making it tight enough that it holds the battery in place. You could use Velcro very easily. There are two holes in the very bottom of the 3D print that allow you to put the zip tie through. If you want to use Velcro, you can very easily glue it right to the bottom of the base, or you can add screws or staples, whatever you want to connect that Velcro. You can use cutters to remove the excess parts of the zip tie, or like I said, using Velcro also will work very, very well. Once the battery is attached and in place, connected to the switch, here's a quick test to make sure that everything's still working properly. And now that the batteries are in place, everything works. All thing left to do is put on the cloak. Now, I will say this, I typically use the nickel metal hydride batteries because they are safer to charge and it's a known thing. If you have had any experience with LiPo batteries, they are lighter and they will work really, really well. However, there is a certain safety precautions that you really need to take when you charge them. So if you're not doing a lot of charging of batteries of different, chemistry and such, I would choose something like this, the nickel metal hydride battery. I would buy a simple battery charger for it so that you can charge it. You want to just make sure that it can charge a 6-volt battery and it has the right connectors for your battery. Let's talk about the bag briefly. First of all, the bag has been identified on the RPF, I believe, and I found this bag online. It's supposedly the right bag for Grogu. It does look a little bit big for me, but it's going to work out just fine. Grogu needs to go into the bag, and I'm going to use the arms to make sure that it looks like Grogu is holding on to the edges of the bag. The bag's a little deep, so you might need to fold over the bag a little bit. I also put some clamps inside of the bag just to kind of hold the bag in a folded place. Not really to hold on to Grogu, just to really hold on to the edge of the bag and to make sure the bag was in the right position. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And when you pick up the bag, Grogu should fit in there. And the one nice thing about Grogu kind of being loose in the bag a little bit, if the head turns and it presses on your body, then Grogu's going to move forward rather than burn up the servo or burn up the board or do something funny. Let's turn it on really quick and see how this thing looks. There we have it. Grogu in a bag. looking at how the hands are holding on to the bag. Grogu's in there, so he's not going to fall out or anything. It's bottom heavy because of the battery. You could actually use a larger 6-volt battery if you wanted, because you've got so much room in this bag as well. And it's actually pretty comfortable. I barely notice that it's moving around on my hip. I don't have a lot of room, obviously, in my shop to shoot full body stuff, but hopefully this can give you an idea of what this could look like. Grogu, you're hands-free, so you're free to do whatever you want to do, and Grogu's just gonna wander around. The only thing I would say is maybe make the Switch a little bit more accessible. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt where I placed it, but you can actually have the Switch right here in the back, right behind Grogu, just loose, and so you can reach down and easily turn it on and off without having to reach to the front in any way. And as you wander a convention, a hospital, anything like that, Grogu's going to be there, interested with you. That's going to do it for this video. Hopefully, those of you that want to create a animatronic Grogu to cosplay with, this gives you a really easy, cost-effective way to do that. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. This wraps up this series on the Grogu project, the Mandalorian cosplay version of Grogu. If you have questions, or if you like this kind of content, you want to see me do more step-by-step tutorials and things like this, please let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to do more.